Most women who come to shadow work do it because their anger scared them. They want it to stop, to quiet down, to never surprise them again. But the shadow work that actually changes anything does not start with wanting the anger gone. I'm Sandy Bartlett, Shamanic practitioner, and today I want to walk you through the actual practice I use for the anger that shows up in midlife, the kind that catches you off guard. When I talk about a shadow integration practice, I do not mean a routine you follow every morning. I mean a relationship, an ongoing one, with the parts of yourself that got sent away a long time ago. There is a real difference between managing anger and integrating it. Managing it means getting better at holding it down, or at least holding it down longer before it leaks out. Integration means something else entirely. It means bringing that part of you back into the room on purpose instead of leaving it locked outside until it breaks the door down. Most approaches to shadow work were not built for a woman who has been suppressing for 40 years. They assume a nervous system with less pressure behind it. Midlife rage is not a malfunction. It is 4 decades or longer of exile finally demanding a seat at the table. In shamanic terms, the parts of you that went underground earliest tend to be the most powerful ones. The directness, the anger, the certainty about what you will and will not accept. Those parts often get exiled first, precisely because they were the most threatening to whatever peace needed keeping around you. Integration does not mean taming those parts so they stay quiet forever. It means learning to work with them on purpose, consciously, instead of only meeting them in moments when they finally break through on their own timeline. That distinction changes everything about how the anger shows up. A part you work with speaks. A part you keep exile eventually shouts. Let me ask you, what is the part of you that went underground first? The anger? The directness? Something else? Tell me what you remember about losing it. I'll look for those in the comments. When my second husband died, his ex tried to get herself appointed as executor of an estate that did not exist. I had to hire an attorney. I had to get things appraised, everything he owned, and build an estate from nothing while I was still in the middle of grieving. That is when I held his Super Bowl ring in my hand and really looked at it for the first time. That is when I started asking questions I had never asked before. I found a ring on a collector's site that looked almost identical. The top matched, the sides and the dates were 1 year off. It was a replica. He had it made. He and his ex had run a jewelry business together, and she confirmed it through my attorney. He never played in the NFL. He never won a Super Bowl ring. All of it, the ring, the strangers stopping us for pictures, had been a story. I remember the moment I realized I was furious, and not only at the lie. I was furious at the whole architecture of my life up to that point. The years of staying quiet in so many rooms that had made it so easy for someone to hand me a story instead of the truth. If you are recognizing that kind of fury in yourself, the kind that is about more than the one thing in front of you, this is shadow integration work. Learning to work with the fierce parts of you on purpose instead of being ambushed by them is exactly what we practice inside Journey to Self, the Awakening, my community on School. Come be a part of it. The link is in the description. Here is what the practice actually looks like on an ordinary week. When anger shows up now, I do not ask myself how to make it go away. I ask it a question. What is this protecting? What is it carrying that has not been said out loud yet? Last month, a comment from someone I love landed wrong, and instead of swallowing it or firing back, I sat with it for an hour before I said anything. When I finally spoke, what came out was not the first hot sentence that showed up. It was something truer, something that had been waiting underneath it. So let me ask you, when anger shows up for you, does it go outward or does it go inward? Tell me what that actually looks like in your body in the comments. A shadow integration practice does not make you a calmer woman on the surface. It makes the anger more useful. You stop being ambushed by it and start being curious about it instead. That shift from shame to curiosity is where the actual integration happens. Not in the absence of anger, in your relationship to it. I'll see you next time.